Join us for the second installment of Kifcure's 2024 Hemp Grower Informational Series, where we will highlight different facets of hemp farming. The discussion on November 15th will have a specific focus on growing hemp for grain production.
One thing that isn't talked about very often, at least around these parts, it is out west, but not so much here, is the grain production, the grain heads that you get off of these stalks. Because in the future at 83, we saw heavy grain heads on the top of those plants. Talk a little bit about that. And I know, Mike, you had firsthand experience harvesting one of the crops up in Minnesota that they had actually done the harvesting. Talk a little bit about that and what some of the challenges might be when you really try for that tri-crop.
So I think it's super viable. I think we have to really be keeping our eye on the ball on this. I think that the grain has a lot of potential. Machinery is standing in the way right now of effectively pulling grain and pulling fiber off. Biggest problem with running existing combine with a draper head over it, they basically set it to their highest position. They were cutting at 5 to 6.5 feet in height, pulling the seed off. I think you can expect to get, somebody smarter than I in the grain side could validate the numbers, but they were pulling off a range of 900 to 1,100 pounds of grain per acre. I think there is a method, and there will be equipment. There already is some equipment. I think everybody's trying to validate the equipment that comes out of Europe. It is viable. It adds some other elements into the redding process, but there's things that are coming, and I do think this is has the potential to be a three-crop, grain or fiber, the vast fiber can all be pulled off of this.
Join us at Kifcure on November 15th as the discussion continues. In the video description, we've included a link to learn more and RSVP for the event.